Today, we're going to break down a skill that might just be the most important one you ever learn, CPR. We're going to get into what it is exactly, why it's so incredibly important, and how a simple series of steps, called the Chain of Survival, can literally be the difference between life and death.
I'm willing to bet you've seen this on TV or in a movie, right? But what's really going on in that moment? Well, it's not just for dramatic effect. It's a real-world skill that you can learn, and believe me, it saves lives every single day.
So, to really get a handle on its power, let's start with the absolute basics. What even is CPR?
Okay, it's a bit of a mouthful. Cardiopulmonary resuscitation. It's basically a combination of two really critical actions, one that supports the heart and one that supports the lungs right when they've stopped doing their job. It's the first thing you can do to keep someone alive.
And this slide right here gets to the heart of it. See, when you're doing CPR, you're not magically fixing the person. Think of yourself as a bridge. By pushing on the chest, you're manually keeping that oxygen-rich blood moving to the brain and other organs. You are quite literally buying them precious time until the paramedics can get there.
And that whole idea of buying time, it's everything. Because in a cardiac emergency, you're not just in a race, you're in a race against the clock itself.
I really can't say this enough. When the heart stops, the oxygen supply to the brain is cut off immediately, and those brain cells, they start to die. Every single second that ticks by without action makes the chances of a good outcome go down and down and down.
Now, take a look at this number. Just let it sink in for a second. 300%. It's a huge, almost unbelievable number. So what on earth does it mean?
It means this. Starting CPR within those first few critical minutes can boost the chance of survival by up to 300%. Let me say that again. Your actions, not a doctor's, not a paramedic's, but yours, as a bystander, can double or even triple someone's chance of going home to their family. It's just incredible.
Now, I get it. Facing a situation like that can feel totally overwhelming. But here's the good news. There is a clear, proven plan to follow. It's called the Chain of Survival. So instead of panicking, you have a roadmap. Instead of just standing there, you have a checklist. This sequence is specifically designed to give someone the absolute best shot at making it through.
And this slide explains why it's such a brilliant idea. They call it a chain for a reason. Every single link is absolutely vital. If one link is weak, or if it's missing altogether, the whole thing can fall apart. Success depends on every step happening and happening fast.
So what does this chain actually look like? What are the links? And more importantly, where do you fit into all of this? Okay, let's break it down step by step.
Here they are, the 5 links. Now pay close attention, because the first few links can be started by you, the bystander, before the pros even show up. Let's take a closer look at each one.
Okay, link number 1. This is the starting pistol for the whole race. You have to recognize something is seriously wrong. Someone's collapsed, they're not breathing right, and you have to call for help immediately. That one phone call kicks the entire professional medical system into gear. Nothing else happens without it.
All right, you've made the call. Help is on the way. Now you become that bridge we talked about. You start high-quality CPR. Push hard and fast in the center of the chest. You are manually pumping blood to their brain, keeping it alive until more help can get there.
The third link is a game changer, the AED, or Automated External Defibrillator. You've seen these boxes on the wall in airports, schools, you name it. This incredible device can analyze the heart's rhythm and, if needed, deliver an electrical shock to try and reset it back to normal.
Now we hear the sirens. This is where the professionals, the paramedics and EMTs, take over. They've got advanced gear, medications, and a ton of training. They're basically building on the amazing foundation that you've already laid with those first 3 links. And the chain doesn't stop when the ambulance drives away. This last link is so important for a good recovery. It's not just about surviving. It's about getting back to a quality of life. This involves all the care that happens in the hospital and beyond.
Now, after seeing all those steps, it's really easy to get focused on the fancy medical parts. But I want to pull the focus right back to where it all starts. It starts with you. I mean, just listen to this quote from the American Heart Association. It says everything. We're not talking about a tiny improvement here. The simple act of a bystander deciding to step in can completely change the outcome of a life or death situation.
Remember that chain? You are link 1 and link 2. You're the one who sees the problem, calls for help,
and gets that blood moving again. Without you, the chain is broken before it even has a chance to form. You have the power to kickstart the entire process of saving a life.
So we'll finish with this thought. Knowing this stuff is the first step. Understanding the chain gives you a plan. But the next step is a decision. It's deciding that you'll act if you ever have to. So are you ready to be a part of the chain?